Oh, that wasn't it. One more time. There it is. Welcome back. Welcome, welcome, welcome to another episode of the Sacred and Profane podcast with Natara Grace, your favorite embodied goddess. What's up? Hey, y'all. It's December 31st. You know what that means. You know what that means. They're already getting it. You know what? I usually live in the country. I think I'll be moving back to a city maybe near you. Um, in the spring, but I've been living in the country in different places across the South, central and southern part of the United States for the past few years, ever since 2020. I was just like, you know what, we're good, we're good on the whole city thing. But it's time for me to come back to the city. So I'm pretty excited because I thought it would be some years anyway. I'm sharing this because I'm from Atlanta, where I mean, listen. I happened to do New Year's Eve, not last year, the year before last, at the family spot in Atlanta. When I tell you, okay, my family and I, we keep it chill. We like, right? We pop some bottles, we clink clinks. It's cute. We love it. We take the pictures. It's really sweet. Um, these people around my family. When I tell you, I looked outside and I couldn't see anything because the fireworks were so excessive. It's like, you know, okay, so over the years, we'd be like, okay, we're going to go see the fireworks show here, or we're going to go downtown. No, we don't go downtown anymore because the traffic is too much, right? And so then we used to try to find the little downtowns in the suburbs, that might have a cute little fireworks show for their community because it's smaller. So you can still, go in your own car. You don't have to Uber and take the train or anything like you do if you're going downtown. If you know Atlanta, you know. If you know a big city, you know. So anyway, we were like over the past couple years, okay, we're gonna do the little local thing. Well, that got to be too much because apparently everybody in Atlanta said the same thing. Fuck Fulton County, let's go out to Gwinnett. Let's let's go do these fireworks over here. Anyway, the point is, it didn't matter because when I tell you, my dad's neighbors had a fireworks show. I looked out the window because it was so loud. Y'all ever had some fireworks so loud? You're like, are they in my house? Like that's how it was. I don't know if it was in my house or not. I was like, what the hell? Anyway, I look outside, bro. I couldn't see anything. It was all smoke. I mean, they had that whole street. You couldn't see. And it took me a moment to even notice them out there with dang uh, uh, face covers on, handkerchiefs across their face because it was so smoky, but they were still lighting the fireworks. Y'all, I was cracking up and enjoying it. I got my kids out of bed. I was like, come on. We didn't have to drive anywhere. We didn't have to pay for parking. Our neighbors did it. They spent real money on fireworks. They did it. I mean, when I tell you they had a whole, listen, one neighbor was at the end of their driveway, sitting in the lawn chairs. I'm not kidding you. Sitting in the, I'm not, you know how we do in the South. I'm not kidding you. That's how legit those fireworks were. Okay. I'm in the country now. These people ain't doing it like that. They're not doing it like that. It is so tame out here. I'm just like, well, damn, I'm looking forward to being back in the city. Shit. But nobody does it like Atlanta. Nobody does it like the A-Town. Anyway, Happy New Year, you guys. Happy New Year's Eve if you're one of those people who are like, it's not New Year's yet. Fine, 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 whatever, you're right. Um, this, we, last episode, we got into something. And I'm not gonna hold you. There's a whole lot more that wants to come through. And we're gonna have that come through, okay? We're also going to, I think, tap a little bit into next year. I used to always do for my clients, like here's what they said. My clients used to get an end of the year reading from me, and they loved it, right? Because I'm their coach. But it's like on our coaching calls, we talk about what was impacting their business, their product, their projects, etc. Sometimes their products, yeah. But at the end of the year, I would say, listen, I'm going to pull out my cards and I'm going to tap into your energy and I'm going to tell you, next year. And of course they loved it. They're like, oh my God, so great. Thank you so much. So that's what I'm going to do for you guys tonight. Now I know you know, and if you don't, you're about to find out. I do right now. I'm doing daily readings on YouTube. It's Oracle, it's Runes, it's Tarot. It's meant for confirmation, right? It's not predictive. It's meant to confirm what you already know. Okay. The reading I'm going to do for you this evening, and that's, listen, uh, I'm saying this like, this is me getting a piece of paper. I'm saying this like there's that conversation they want to have, but I also feel like I'm supposed to do a reading. So we're going to see. We're going to see. I'm not going to have you here all night. I got to get you out of here in time so you can go count down if you're going to do it. I got two types of water because one type of water is never enough. But we are going to start with some runage, as we always do. But yeah, the altar is lit, but you guys already know that. I'm like, no, you've been here before. You know what time it is. The altar is lit. I'm gonna, oh, my incense just went out. So here, let's do this. We're gonna do sage and cedar smudge because why the hell not? Why the hell not? Um, we, listen, I'm just gonna flow while I light, light things on fire. Um, so much about what we know as life and the rules of life and how things work is about to change. It's we really, and you guys know this, we really have been lied to about everything. And the best lies are the ones that come sandwiched between truth, right? So you get a slice of truth, a lie, and another slice of truth. And so it makes it really difficult for you to pick out where the lie is. You can, even if you can pick up on something's wrong, you can't quite put your finger on what it is because there's truth in there. Well, I'm telling you, it's about to be nothing but truth out here. All the lies are about to be exposed. There's about to be nothing but truth out here. And, there's something that we talked about in the last episode. We were talking about the construct of modern society as it is, like one of the several layers that constructs what we call modern society, because our reality is layered. So that means it's constructed in layers. Okay. So last episode, we talked about one of the layers, not all the layers, one of the layers. And in that conversation, I said, we are AI. We are advanced intelligence. We are advanced intelligence. Okay. If you have a human body, you have access to advanced intelligence. And that's really, really important. It's really, really important. See, the past era, the past eon, the past age had you relying on an intelligence that was not yourself. Okay. You have been conditioned to operate according to groupthink, right? If it's you have been conditioned to manifest what the collective is conditioned to manifest. All right. And oh, that cedar is so nice. Oh, I love burning cedar, y'all. Can I tell you, I love burning cedar more than I love burning sage. You guys know I burned the leaves and the wood itself, the heartwood itself. God, it's so good. It's such a heart opening smudge. Ah, love it. Cedar and cacao, cedar and cacao. All right. Sorry, just a little shaman moment there. Um, so essentially, humans are advanced intelligence that has been programmed to limit itself, to stay the dumbed down version of itself. And it's been programmed by a virus. So not even the original creator programmed humans to operate the way humans are operating. you know. Um, but yeah, we're really gonna move around inside of this conversation and get some purchase and get some traction for you, because I feel like it's really important as we look ahead into as we look ahead. as we look ahead, I'm not going to say into 2025 because it really is like the next 25 years. Okay. So I'm going to say realistically, as we look ahead to 2050, as we stand where we are now and we look ahead to 2050, this is really important. We have Othila here for the ancestors, Isa for ice or cosmic coherence. Okay. And we have Ingwaz for fertility, but it's like a harmony almost. Not fertility in the way that you might be thinking like a mom, but the fertility that arises from being in alignment. Um, yeah, think harmonics. Think, yeah, think, I don't know how to do, think, I can see it and I say it. Think a harmonic tone that manifests as it is struck or sounded. How's that? Yeah, that's pretty good, right? Like that helped, didn't it? Um, yeah, so Ascended Masters, Gods and Goddesses, Archangels, thank you so much for being here with us. And for bringing clarity to all the words that are about to be uttered here. So I'm just gonna kind of sling some cards as we go through this, right? Because I think it's really paramount for you to begin to understand what you're capable of as a human being. Now, this is not, every human being is going to at all choose to access anything that we talk about, choose to participate in anything that we're talking about intentionally or consciously, but please know that every human being has been participating unconsciously. Okay. And this is something that our ancestors knew. So our ancestors really, they had this wisdom. They understood that they were advanced intelligence. They didn't try to dumb down. As a matter of fact, our ancestors were really known for looking up to the sky. It's like they understood their origins and they were keen to stay connected to their ancestors. And so one of the, I think, something that I learned, I wish I'd learned it earlier on my path, is the dire need to be connected to your ancestors as an advanced intelligence. Again, because you were born into a construct that seeks to program you with a virus that will dumb you down so you never realize your full breadth of potential. And the best way for you to navigate that is to be connected to your ancestors. Like for real, for real. Okay. So I'm just gonna tell you right now, I have a lot to share and I'm just pacing how it comes out. Okay. But we're also going to dive in. All right. Because, yeah, some people don't need money. See, money is required only when the human has been dumbed down. When a human is not dumbed down, when a human is operating according to their fullest potential, they don't need money. See, when you have money, what you do is you exchange it for the things you need. Money itself is not a thing you need. You need what the money can get for you, right? Hmm. Well, that way of life is coming to an end. See, in reality, you already have what you need coded into you. There's just been a virus blocking you from realizing that and blocking you from being able to utilize what you have for yourself already. That way you feel like you have to rely on money to get what you need. Because the virus is blocking your access to you having what you need inside of you already. I hope that communicates. Yeah, it creates a stopgap and it throws you out of balance. Yeah. So next year, I think we can expect to see not just a lot of changes, but a lot of closing of doors. It is the number 9 year for the world, the year of completion. But in particular, there's going to be a number of you experiencing yourself really releasing and detoxifying old patterns, really understanding to a much deeper degree how you are truly creating your reality with your consciousness, and you're going to step into the driver's seat of your life. And let's talk a little bit more about your consciousness. We mentioned that your subconscious is really your superconscious. And if that wasn't here, then I apologize. That was in a tarot reading on YouTube. You should catch me there. Um, but it's like this. Your subconscious is really your superconscious, okay? It's where you tap into really collective consciousness. Everything is there. But check it out. Money was created through collective consciousness. One person didn't come up with money. Humans came up with money. So whenever you seek to do what will honestly, let me put it like this. Money was collected through human consciousness. Until you can control your own mind, until you are sovereign over your own domain, you are enchanted literally by money to do what the collective wants to do. That's what we call trending, okay? That's what it is for something to trend. It gets hooked into the collective consciousness, which is your super conscious. And listen, it doesn't hurt that there's subliminal messaging, now targeted ads online and on your TV to back it up, to reinforce the virus that you have been programmed with. Okay. I say this like you, and it might not be you. Again, you may have already awakened to this level, but don't forget there's different levels of awakening, and we're all at different places in different timelines. So what you may know, the person next to you does not. And for many of you here, what I'm saying is ringing a bell, but it's not something you've quite, jumped into. You're like, oh, that seems a little bit deep. I'm telling you, now's the time to do for it. Now's the time to go into solitude and jump into this. Okay, it's literally what the divine is asking you to do right now. It's how you're going to live your most authentic life and stay grounded as the world around you begins to shake, and it's going to shake. Okay, this is the time, and I really encourage you for the next 3 months, for the rest of the winter. I really encourage you to repair yourself, mind, body, spirit. Starting tomorrow, I'm going to be fasting from January 1st to January 11th, just as a way to start the year. I used to do a Daniel fast. You guys know what that is. And then I used to fast like the one thing that I felt like the year before really had me with. I would fast that for 35 to 40 days. Like, listen, guys, I fasted shopping before. Like it does, if I felt like, hey, this is something that I really struggle with, I would fast it. This coming, starting tomorrow, I'm really just feeling the 11-day fast. I think the most I fasted, juice and water was 14 days. This is going to be a juice and water fast for me. If you want to join me in the fast, you are totally welcome to join me. Hit me up on Instagram and let me know in my direct messages that you're joining me, and I will hold space for you and myself as we fast together. I'm doing juice and water. You do what works for you physically, should you choose to join me in the beginning of your fast. If you're already planning to fast, hooray, yay, let's do it. Um, do you. I am an experienced faster, and I am going in. Um, Listen, one of my favorite things about fasting is clarity the clarity that comes. It is so pristine. It is so pristine. And I feel like this is really essential coming into this, again, coming into this next season. And I mean, I really mean until 2050. Because for some people, it's going to look like things are drying up. Okay. Because things are going to stop working in the manner in which they have always worked, and all things will begin to work in a different manner. For some people, their way of life is literally going to dry up seemingly overnight. They're going to freak out. Okay. They're going to freak out. It's going to happen. The way they've been doing things is no longer going to work, and they're going to lose their shit. I'm just going to keep it real with you. Okay. So you're being able to go within, cultivate that inner scape so that you're truly, truly able to be the person that shows up for you is critical. Because what I'm trying to tell you in a very, very polite way is as people lose their shit, they're not going to be able to toe the line for you. You are probably, listen, if you resonate with anything that I say and the way I say it, you're probably going to be moved around over the next 1 to 2 years to actually be in communities that can support you and you can support others in. Outside of these communities, outside of you allowing the divine to pick your ass up and physically move you, you're going to be alone. People are going to be suffering. I'm not a doomsday prophet. I'm simply telling you what it is so you can anticipate it. This energy is unlike anything we've ever experienced before. I'm joking and calling it the Wild West because the Wild West is an understatement. This is where everything gets trued up. Everything gets treated up. Every individual, every community, every organization, every societal structure, every political structure. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. It's getting trued up. And one of the only ways something can be trued up is to be exposed. Everything is getting exposed. Everything. And when everything gets exposed, it's literally going to create it's going to be first a panic and then a mad scramble. And then everyone's just they're going to have to settle into, well, I've never seen that before. And then keep fucking walking past because their own life demands it. 2020 was that that was a test. That was a test. Can you think for yourself? Can you mind your own business? Can you take care of what's in front of you? Are you too busy virtue signaling? Are you doing it for something other than passion, heart, and love? If so, you will be exposed. You got a choice to make right now. If you try to resist this energy, if you try to fight for a system and a structure that reminds you of how things used to be, listen, it's going to cost you in ways you cannot imagine. You really want to take on that you're stronger than you know and trust in that strength. You are advanced intelligence. Now, look, I've known since I was a little girl that something was off. Now, don't get me wrong, I love money, but something was off about it. As a kid, I was like, something ain't right about money. I can't put my finger on what it is. Money is an enhancer. It's an enhancer. You guys know about me and crystals, so it's like a Herkimer diamond. It enhances the properties of whatever you put next to it. So, and please take this from someone who's had a shit ton of money, and then no money, and then a shit ton of money, and then no money. Okay? And then we're moving back to a shit ton of money again. So this is something that I've made it a part, like it's been a part of my purpose to understand this particular flow because it's currency. Money is currency. And some people study electricity. I study power in general. I study power. I'm a student of power. And in this particular realm, money and power are often coexistent. They are entangled with, enmeshed with each other. So in my pursuit and study of power, I had to learn about money. And that was just like, duh. Okay. But money's never been my end goal. Do you understand? Power has been. And because of that, my path has been wholly unique. I've been through a lot that many of you will not go through because what drives you, what motivates you, your end goal is not power. So you had different lessons to learn than I did. I had some really hard lessons to learn about what power is and what it is not. what it looks like when it's abused, what it looks like when it's underused, who has it and who doesn't, who gives it out and who takes it away. You see what I'm saying? It's been lifetimes, that's plural, baby, of study. Okay? So money and power coexist. They're not the same things. And there are people who don't need money because they have power. Money is not the end. It's what you use to get to the end. But if you can just go from A to Z, what the fuck you need the rest of the alphabet for? You don't. That's power. We'll talk more about power in another conversation, but right now we're going to talk about money because we're about to see money change. How people use it, how they have it, how they collect it, how they spend it. It's all about to change. Okay. I'm not going to get into the astrologics of it in this conversation because that's its own rabbit hole, the astrology of what's happening. Okay. Different conversation. We will have that, but not here and not right now. Okay. Right now, I want you to get that because money was made through the collective consciousness of humanity, money follows the collective consciousness of humanity. So if the collective consciousness of humanity is focused on low vibrational bullshit, that's what money will flow to. That's what money will flow to. And so we'll see those types of people amass great amounts of money because that's what the collective consciousness is pushing money towards. Exactly. Likewise, if the collective consciousness of humanity begins to push money towards what is high vibrational, that's where money will flow and accumulate. So you guys know, you've heard of this, follow the money trail, follow the money. Where's the money, right? Everybody knows that. Everybody knows that. Just like everybody knows that we've been living in a low vibrational social construct. Everybody knows that. Duh. When you look around. That is because the collective consciousness of humanity has been low vibrational. Now, we've gotten so much help from the celestial realm, from the angelic realm, from the David realm. I'm telling everybody's been helping us. Everyone's been helping us because we've just been like poor, lost children when it comes to how this works. Why? Because they've been running a virus in our program. Ugh, I'm telling you. So when we say people are waking up, we talk about the awakening, we talk about people waking up, we are literally saying, okay, that people are learning how to override the virus. Some people are just being rebooted in their sleep, but they got dang hard drive wiped. Ah! Some people have a whole experience. Shit, they get a new motherboard. But either way, what we're seeing is people, Ace of Swords, Six of Swords. We're seeing people wake up to the truth and move out of this virus-ridden program into their truth. Okay? As this happens, I'm telling you, for the next 25 years, you can expect to see money begin to reverse its flow out of the hands and pockets of low vibrational entities into the hands and pockets of those who are high vibrational. We need this. Hermit card on the bottom of the deck. We need this. We need, hey man, we need high vibrational people to have this money. We talk about changing the world, 9 of Wands. We talk about standing up, like literally standing that no child is left behind. Like when we actually get into our fucking slogans, and we are committed that they happen. We're committed that everyone has access to clean drinking water. We're committed that every girl who has a period has that. Like when we're actually committed and we're done with all these ribbons and the races. And please, no offense. I've ran, I've walked, I've raised money, I've donated. But I am telling you, We're running and walking all damn year every year and ain't nothing cured yet. We got some good medicine, but it ain't gone. I remember going to school and nobody running up in there with a gun. Do you? I remember that. But I homeschool my kids because it seems to be a thing of the past. School being a safe place. We need high vibrational people to have money because that is when all of our challenges will be resolved. Not because of the money, because of who has the money and how they're using it. Ashe? That's what this is about. So, when you are tasked by your ancestors to raise your consciousness in any way, just from the universe through me to you, please do it. Please stop this. Please. Hermit card again. But listen, Hermit and the Love. Please, the Hermit and the Lovers, followed by the Four of Wands. Please listen to your ancestors. Please stop resisting what they're saying. Now, if you listen, if your ancestors telling you to do some fuck shit, you know better. You know better. Don't worry about the bad guys, High Priestess. Don't worry about the boogeyman. I know, Strength card. I know there's still, listen, Seven of Swords. There are still people out there around you swearing up and down they're your friend, projecting lies onto you, projecting to you that they are harmless when you know in your gut that they are not. Don't be fooled. I don't think you're going to be fooled. I think they're the fools. I hope they're the ones that are the fools. I hope you know better, for real by now. Your intuition has got your back. Moving forward, your intuition is everything. And this is a public service announcement. Public- eh, I'm just PSAing for the universe right now. Please listen to your intuition. Please do not listen to another person over your intuition. Okay? Your intuition was forged by your experiences, your life, by your purpose, and for your path. Okay? So don't listen to somebody else. Listen to your intuition. It is the age of Aquarius. The rules are there are no rules. Let me try that again. The new game is called Aquarius Rules, which means there are no rules. Y'all gonna think gravity doesn't exist anymore by the time we're done. I'm telling y'all, gonna be like, what the hell happened to gravity? I'm telling you. But what's really beautiful about this energy is it's going to make it very clear what's petty and what's a priority. Aquarius is going to help you real quick figure out what's petty and what's a priority, what you actually want your attention to flow to, so that is what increases in your life. You all about to learn a little bit of magic, just a little bit, just a little bit. You're going to have to. You're going to have to. All right. What else? What else you guys want to talk about? You want to go back to the money part because it's really important that they understand things are going to change. Okay. We're going to go back to the money part because it's really important you guys understand things are going to change. Yeah, basically. Well, I went through the consciousness part. Did they get that? Whoa. Why y'all wait? See? Okay. Let me come at it from that angle. All right. So first, for many of you, you may shit. Okay. I know I have to do it this way. Okay. When we look around the world today, not all, but we can see a lot of people who have a large amount of wealth are not necessarily high vibrational people. I'm not going to say all because I don't know them personally. I don't know what choices they're making personally. And that is the choices you make all day, every day. That's your frequency. That's your vibration. I don't know these people personally, so I cannot tell you what their vibration is. Okay, I can tell you based on the world around me. I can tell based on empirical, the empirical data of me observing the world that I live in, the vast amount of wealth in the world is being held by people who are not high vibrational. There are some high vibrational wealthy people because we have pockets of actual, I don't know, kindness and goodness being practiced on the planet. But for the most part, we're still dealing with a lot of shadowy shit. And we're not prioritizing healing and resolution. Dang, 9 of Wands again. So, not every high vibrational person doesn't have money. However, I believe we would know if more high vibrational people did have money. Okay. So, for some of you, something you've done in a past life has resulted in you being, I'm hearing elected and selected to be someone who has a lot of money in this lifetime. You may not have a lot of money right now, but you are about to get really, really wealthy over the next 25 years. I don't know how old you are right now. That's none of my business. But I just know that you are about to legacy, generational wealth. These are the words that are coming through. Okay. Uh, you guys, I'm not that person, but I'm just literally telling you what I'm hearing and seeing to tell you in this conversation. You want a goddess out here. Okay. There's definitely dark feminine energy. Yeah. We're in David Copperfield. That reminds me of something I said in the tarot reading I did today for YouTube, and that is there's a level, the way things are about to manifest. It's gonna look like magic is being done, like David Copperfield magic. Like what? Yeah, right. Like what? So I think that's something else that's important for me to note. I want you to encourage you to expand your thinking, to expand your perception of time even. It's New Year's Eve, and I believe, yeah, bruh, I'm telling you. So we have three beings that came out. We have Parvati, devotion, Lakshmi, abundance, and then we had lastly an archetype, the actress, to come out. The actress reminds me of the star from Tarot. Okay. Um, if you don't know Parvati, I'm not gonna do that. But she is from the Hindu pantheon. I feel like everybody knows Lakshmi, right? Lakshmi's like the rock star. But Parvati is the Hindu goddess of power. Okay, she gives Shakti to all beings. Um, she's the animating force that brings skill, power, prowess, and genius while infusing the world with her magic. She's literally in the card that I have of her. She has a trident in her hand, a trishula even, but this trishula is on a long pole, so it's a trident. Right. So we have the goddess of power here. We have the goddess of abundance here. We know Lakshmi, but and then we have the archetype of the actress. I feel like this is so spot on for what I'm saying about this upcoming season. The keyword for the actress is authenticity. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, here it is. It's time to remember who you are deep within yourself and show that to the world. Authenticity is not just something that you find once and then your work is done. The small decisions you make each day bring you closer to who you are. Anything you do that feels right in your heart space is a good indication of authenticity. You will change and grow over time, and you may find that you shed old skin and old roles and personas as time goes on, which is to be expected. This archetype is a favorable sign for those who take part in any performative art. Keep sharing your art with the world. That's beautiful. I love those energies. So yeah, I want to encourage you to expand your capacity for time. Think of your future as a season, and think of that season as being 25 years. Um, we're really expanding into our galactic self or galactic inheritance, which is why it's really important to connect with your ancestors out here. Okay, let me get three tarot cards for 2025 for my Sacred and Profane podcast collective, please. I promise I can talk. I'm just drinking sparkling water, but I want some hot cocoa. I'm gonna make hot cocoa after this. Free tarot cards for a podcast, people. Yeah, community is gonna be important. We got the Ten of Wands, and this is telling me like don't. It's like I'm gonna say this, and I mean it. I know this is provocative, but that's what this podcast is. This Ten of Wands is giving you gotta slow down, like literally slow down. And if you don't slow down, the divine's gonna slow you down. Slow down. Whether it's you need to balance your work life with whatever else you're doing, you need to play more, you need to laugh more. Whether it's you're trying to do everything on your own, you need to accept some help. Or whether it's you need to pay more attention to your health. Okay? Look out for these things in this next season. Honor your commitments and know that your angels are with you. Yeah. hmm An Archangel Azrael with release. It's the end of a phase or situation and time to move on. Yeah, your three cards are the Ten of Wands or the Ten of Fire, the Knight of Earth or the Knight of Pentacles, and release. Um, number 13. Listen, I I think the best way to say this is in the coming season, your ability to play, to settle into divine feminine energy, which moves with intentionality, not impulsivity, will make all the difference for you. That's what I'm taking from this Ten of Wands, the Ten of Fire, okay? Um, you will burden yourself if you keep trying to accomplish things in the old ways. And that just speaks to what I was saying at the beginning of this conversation. Like, don't be one of those people who are going to lose your shit because things don't work the way they used to. They're not going to work the way they used to. Before it was, okay, you got to work hard and buckle down and work 70 hours a week and then, yeah, that's nobody's doing that anymore. Like, don't do that. Don't do that. You will literally make yourself sick in this coming season, and you don't want that. Okay. You want to rest, whatever that is for you, as much as you can. Okay. And then you've got the Knight of Earth. Now, this energy can be ambitious, it can be loyal, it can be dedicated, it can be kind, it can be uh, productive, right? So typically, the Knight of Pentacles is someone who's moving slow, but they're going to make it there. They're not going to quit. They're not going to give up. Okay. So I think that again really speaks to what I was just saying about the Ten of Wands. In this next season, oh, I have to, it goes like this. Sometimes you have to slow down in order to gain ground. That's what this is giving. Okay. So don't try to move quickly. Allow these changes that are coming through to come through gradually because it's literally the world is changing. Your life is changing and the world is changing. And then the final card is at 13, Release. In this deck, it's called Release. In the traditional tarot, this is the Death card. This is the card of transition, change, and release. So I think that these are really beautiful cards to get for this 2020, like I say 2025 New Year, but for the next season. The Ten of Wands, the Knight of Earth, and Release. That energy of letting go, transformation. Again, the three energies we have out here are Parvati, Lakshmi, and the actress. Parvati for power, Lakshmi for abundance and actual wealth. Okay. And the actress for authenticity. And I love these cards. I wish I could show you a picture. I've got them lined up. So you got the Ten of Fire to Parvati, power. The power that's required to remain in balance, right? That Shakti power. And again, we're talking about Shakti, the divine feminine force. That's the new power. That's the new game board. That is it. That is the new way forward. If you're trying to just push your way through and make something happen and force it to fit like Cinderella's stepsister in that shoe, it's not gonna happen. You literally gotta be Cinderella in this story. You know you dropped the shoe. You know it's for you. You know you was at the party. When he rolled through, you just gotta be like, oh, me? Not fake, authentically. Authentically. You know it's your shoe, boo. You know it's yours. But you're not trying to force nothing to fit, okay? No. No forcing anything. If you gotta force it, it's not for you. Period. We have Lakshmi out here under the Knight of Earth. Like literally slow and steady is gonna win the race. Just don't give up. Keep showing up. Promises. Promises you're gonna hit and you're gonna hit big with Lakshmi out here. And then release the energy of transformation, release, and traditionally the death card right here with authenticity, actress underneath. I think really, really honing in on look, anything that's fake, it's gonna break. Don't get broke. Don't get broke out here. And people who are fake, that's who gonna end up broke. Don't be like them. Don't be like them. Don't do that. Don't do that. All right. Listen, you guys, I love you so much. Thank you so much for joining me in this conversation. I really had no clue what was gonna come out, and I said a little bit about money, but we're gonna keep going down this rabbit hole. I'm gonna keep holding your hand as we walk through this really big transition, this release that we're going through, releasing the patriarchy out of everything and really allowing the construct of our society to be flipped inside out, which is actually the right way. We have been living it upside down. I'm telling you, what I say is Wonderland. We were always meant to be living in Wonderland and bright, like HD color, everything. We were meant to be living in Wonderland. And somebody sold us a bill of goods and we've been trapped. I'm telling you, it gives Ursula's garden. It gives the Burdens versus the trolls. We're meant to be the trolls. We've been walking around here like Burdens. If you got kids, you know. If you don't have kids, you probably know. The bottom line is we get to live back in color. We're supposed to be in Oz. Do you understand? We're supposed to be in full color. And that's what we're going back to. And it's going to be strange at first. It's going to be uncomfortable. Some people are going to, oh, this ain't it. And they're going to check out. And that's fine. They have that choice. But some of us were made for Oz. Some of us were made for Wonderland. Some of us understand that we're all a little bit mad around here. We accept it. We embrace it. And so we are going to try. Hey, thank you so much for joining in for another episode of the Sacred and Profane podcast. Uh, Listen, I appreciate each and every one of you. You already know. Trust your process, trust your path, and trust your purpose. Ashe.